We are continuing along with the Bulletproof Dispute Letter series, and you can find all the other videos down in the description inside of the Bulletproof playlist. So today we're talking about the advanced credit suite training to increase your dispute IQ. And if you don't know what dispute IQ is, it's very simply a learning technique for factual disputes using a quiz style. And we're breaking this down into 3 different segments, okay? So today we are dealing with the first segment of this, and at the end of all 3, you are going to get the link to actually this page itself, so you can do all 3 by yourself. We have true and false, we have dragging the text, we have different statements to choose from, but it's a great way, and I got a ton of awesome feedback, so that you can learn how to do factual disputes, because it gives you immediate feedback if you get it wrong. So while you're down in the description, make sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't done so that you don't miss anything that has to do with increasing your credit score as well as removing the negative items from your credit report. Now, I'm also dropping the link to schedule a call with me for the one-to-one credit sweep service if this is something that you don't want to do yourself. And it's really, really simple. You're just going to go to this page, click on Start Here, schedule your call with me, and I will see if I can help. Now, the last thing that I'm going to tell you is down in the description, the link to access the dispute letter creator. And this is a tool that allows you to very, very simply answer 5 questions to create your dispute letter. Choose a couple drop downs, and that's it. Now you created your dispute letter. So if you are struggling with creating dispute letters that convert for credit sweeps, then this is an awesome tool, and it's 20% off right now. I just launched it yesterday on the 4th of July. All right. So you would just come over here to this page, and it's vault.my740.com. Click on the dispute letter creator, a Google Sheets tool right here. By now, you click on it, and I'm going to actually give you a direct link to this so that you can use the coupon. So let's jump right over into dispute IQ. Here we go with question number 1, dispute IQ. And what I want for you to do is use the comment section to let me know what you think the correct answer is. The best way to remove a bankruptcy is first, disputing the validity with the credit bureaus, second, to request the court the method of verification, and third, to dispute with the credit bureaus by sending a copy of the letter from the court that states they do not verify the records with the credit bureaus. Do you think that this is true, or do you think that this is false? So if I click on true and check it, it's going to tell me that it is actually not correct. So let's check the solution. So the solution to this is actually false. So let me explain why. If you go through this whole first, second, third thing, getting the letter from the court, sending the bureaus the thing from the court, what you're going to end up doing is wasting a ton of time, and we do not have time to waste. The way that you remove a bankruptcy, you can check this by going to my channel, youtube.com/expert credit sweeps, and by typing in bankruptcy, is by using factual based disputes. You remove all negative items by factual disputes. Okay, so let's go and check out this one. So prioritize the account types most damaging to least damaging. So most damaging, we have late payments, repossession, foreclosure, inquiries, medical collections, bankruptcy, charge-offs, and debt buyer collections. And then I think I said late payments already. So if we were to say, let's start with bankruptcy. So if we put bankruptcy as number 8, and then foreclosure as number 7, repossession as 6, charge off as 5, debt buyer as 4. I think I'm doing this correctly. Medical, nope, that one is not going to go there. Excuse me, late payments, that's what I meant. And then medical collections, and then inquiry. So let's check to see if this is correct. So again, we're prioritizing the account types most damaging to least. So if we check it, I got them all correct. So now we go down to this one. Which of these are considered the biggest ammo for removing an account? And you can actually choose multiple options. The biggest ammo refers to dispute reasons that will most likely remove an account fastest. So we're going to go through these individually, but what I would like for you to do is use the comment section to let me know which ones you think are the biggest ammo. So we have date less active, open date, late payments or past due on a collection account, monthly payment on a closed account, and most recent late payment. And that's assuming that there are multiple. So let's start at the top. Date last active? Yes, please. Open date? Absolutely not. That is way at the bottom of the pyramid. Late payments or past due on a collection account? Yes, absolutely. Definitely do not belong. Monthly payment on a closed account? Yes, absolutely. The account's closed. There should literally be no monthly payment. Like, I'm not paying it anymore. And most recently, payment, assuming there are multiple. Let's try to do this without that. Let's check. So we have date last active. Yes, this is definitely a biggest ammo reason outside of blatant inaccuracies. Open date. Good job for not choosing that. Outside of disputing the open date as a technical reason, this is not part of the pyramid method. And then late payments or past due on a collection account, correct. By default, a collection is closed-ended and should not report any late payments versus an open-ended account like a credit card. So in addition, a collection is late by default. Duh, it is in collections and should not report as past due. And then monthly payment on a closed account. Yes, there should not be a monthly payment on a closed account, and it is a great way to remove charge-offs and other negative items. And then we did not choose this. It was a little bit tricky, just like I said. I actually created this a while ago. I'm talking like maybe, I don't know, maybe just inside of a year. So this is kind of like doing my own learning from my own learning. So good job. This was a little tricky, right? Yes, payment history is a great element to dispute. On the other hand, you want to choose the oldest late payment because it's much more difficult than the most recent. So we got 3 out of 3 on that one. So this one I'm going to have to do a little bit of scrolling because we have to take these words and associate them with the correct sentence. All right, let's go fill this out. We have medical collections, debt buyer collections, judgments, inquiries, tax liens, student loans, charge-off, apartment collections, student loan late payments, charge-offs, and bankruptcies. So let's start at the top. Okay, so this can be removed by disputing the oldest one first. You can virtually remove all of them up to 3 in a row using this method. I would have to say late payments. So let's go drag this up here. Boop. Second one, this or these are the most difficult to remove from your credit report and can drop your score 240 points and virtually always report the wrong court name. I would have to say bankruptcies. Boop. This can virtually always be removed with validation of debt method. I would have to say medical collections. Boop. Okay, this can be removed fast if you find a discrepancy in the plaintiff, balance, or court name. Judgments. Boop. Okay, this can be disputed using the validation of debt method if the account is outside the statute of limitations to protect yourself from lawsuits. Apartment collection? This can be disputed using the hierarchy outside of blatant inaccuracies, beginning with the date last active. Oh, I'd have to say charge-offs. Boop. Okay. With late payments beginning at 90 days can be updated by disputing the lack of 30 or 60-day late. Oh, okay. I know what this one is. So this with late payments beginning at 90 days. So that means that it says, okay, 90 can be updated by disputing the lack of 30 or 60-day late. So that is student loan lates, because student loans with late payments are absolutely 100% treated differently than student loans that are charged off or have more than just a couple late payments. So this can be treated the same as a regular charge-off by disputing the biggest ammo. What do we have left? We have debt buyer collections, inquiries, tax liens, and student loans charge-off. I'd have to say charge-off. This can be removed if no credit was given because they do not meet the permissible purpose for a credit pool, which are employment, insurance, court order, and firm offer of credit. That is inquiries. Second to last, can be removed in as little as a few days by disputing the filing date. If you can find a credit report that shows TransUnion with a balance of 0, while the other two show unpaid, it can be removed by using the TransUnion report as proof. That is going to be tax liens. Last one, obviously it would have to be this one, but let's read it together. Should never be disputed directly with the agency and should be disputed with the credit bureaus instead. You can get a fast deletion if you can find late payments in the payment history or the past due in the account section and use them as your reason. There you go. Let's check it. Correct. There we go. Yes, that is what I like to see. I got 11 out of 11. All right, so we are moving on to the next section, and I am going to need your help for this. We have 4 of them here, and when you do this yourself at the end of all 3 sections, or whatever we're calling them, you can actually listen to it instead of reading it. So it's pretty cool. So let's go on to this section. Okay, so we have 4 different segments and we have an account situation. And what I want for you to do is use the comment section to let me know which one is the correct answer. So for Capital One, we have a status of charged off, a $500 balance on all 3 bureaus, a monthly payment of 0 on all 3 bureaus, date last paid 5/5/2015 on Experian, 2/6/2015 on TransUnion, and 3/2/2017 on Equifax. So do you think it is the date last paid, monthly payment, or the balance? Well, let's look at each of them. So date last paid is 3 totally different dates. Monthly payment is correct. It's 0 because the account is charged off. There shouldn't be a monthly payment. We have a balance of $500 on all 3 bureaus. So the correct answer is actually going to be date last paid. On this next one, we have portfolio recovery. So the status is collection, obviously, it's a debt buyer. We have a $1,000 balance on all 3 bureaus. We have a past due of $1,000, and the open date on all 3 bureaus is 5/5/2015 with a limit of $800. So you think it is A, past due of $1,000, B, open date on all 3 bureaus of 5/5/2015, or a limit of 800. So I'm actually going to give you not only the correct answer, but the next best dispute reason. So your correct answer is actually going to be past due of 1,000, and your next best dispute reason is going to be that limit of 800 because there shouldn't be a limit on a collection. Okay, so now we have a student loan. It is Navient. The status is paid, was 90 days late. We have a $10,000 balance on all 3, monthly payment $25 on all 3. We have a payment history that shows no late payments until a 90-day late payment, right? So it says, okay, 90. We have a date last active on Experian of 4/5/2015, 6/2/2017 on TransUnion, and 3/5/2016 on Equifax. So which one do you think we're going to use? So monthly payment, it's all the same. So it's not monthly payment. Payment history shows no late payments until a 90-day late payment. And then balance, it's the same on all 3 bureaus. And date last active. Well, if we are trying to remove the account, let's look at this. If we're trying to remove the account, we're going to use date last active. But considering that we're trying to update the payment history, we're going to go with payment history shows no late payments until a 90-day late payment. Okay, so let's go on to the next section. All right, we are on the last section of this segment, and don't forget, we still have 2 other videos for the rest of these that are down here, but we are only dealing with up to the true or false. So what I want you to do is use the comment section again to let me know if you think it is true or if it is false. You can dispute directly with the creditor first without disputing with the bureaus first. Do you think that this is true or do you think that this is false? I am saying false. That is correct. You are protected under Section 623 of the FCRA, but you do not have these protections if you first do not dispute with the bureaus. Number 2, you'll get better results by submitting complaints with the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, without having first exhausted all your remedies. And exhausting all remedies includes disputing all inaccuracies on the account, reaching out to the creditor or the collector, in addition to disputing with the credit bureaus, maintaining a log of violations to be included in the complaint, having a file with 7 to 11 rounds of dispute letters to attach to the complaint, having a file with all responses from the 7 to 11 rounds of disputes with the credit bureaus, if any, and more. This is false. And here's the reason. You need to build out a log of violations along with your full case that shows beyond a reasonable shadow of doubt that you exhausted all your remedies prior to going to the CFPB. Here's the last one. Outside of blatant inaccuracies, the best way to dispute a charge-off is to use the hierarchy and choose the biggest ammo. The biggest ammo begins with the date last active. And this is, again, outside of blatant inaccuracies. If the date last active is inaccurate, and I'm talking about a difference of months and years, not days, this is the best option because it's a date that stipulates when the account will naturally fall off the credit report. Okay, so I am going to say true. And even though this is a typo and it should say correct, it is correct. Okay. So don't forget that we have 2 other sections for Disputeiq. That's all of this down here. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, then you're not going to know when they come out. So make sure that you subscribe. So today we did advanced credit sweep training to increase your Disputeiq. And these are very, very important because I mean, this is exactly how you remove charge-offs and collections and foreclosures and bankruptcies and all of that from your credit report. So if you want to know the best way to do this, then make sure that you subscribe to watch those other 2 videos, all right? So at the end, like I said, you are going to get access to this page that's going to allow you to do this yourself. But for right now, if you want to schedule a call with me, if this is just something that you don't want to deal with, I completely understand that it's a lot to learn, then that's totally fine. Go to my740.com, schedule that call, and I will see if I can help. And then don't forget that if you want to check out the Dispute Letter Creator, the Google Sheet tool that I just came out with this weekend, then go over to vault.my740.com and check that out. But for right now, that is it for today. And this is the actual tool that I created that allows you to create a dispute letter just by answering 5 questions and toggling a couple of drop downs. It's pretty cool. That's it for today. Have a wonderful day.